Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Timberborn. Welcome back, friendos. Welcome back to Bad Tide. And last left you guys off on a little bit of a cliffhanger. You know, I was gonna do some wonderful things and do some fantastical things, and then I couldn't figure out the logistics for it all. Like, well, why don't I do the monotonous things and then bring you guys back for all the fun explosions, and then we can build BeaverTopia together. So I've been sitting here for a little bit. As you can tell, we're in the middle of a bad tide. Well, I don't know if you could tell that, but we're in the middle of a bad tide, and the mega project to end all mega projects and building our bad water reservoir is done. I realized I made a mistake and I didn't have an outflow for the bad tides when it's gonna, overflow the entire system here. So I had to do that in an emergency situation. Otherwise, this entire thing would have been under poop. But thankfully, I figured that all out. That's what this mess is over here, because I have that one bad water outflow, or these two right there, and that's just an outlet right there. So this little reservoir doesn't get overly full and overly saturated. And then this is coming along nicely. I thought I'd get it moving in the right direction, get everything, all of the stuff in the right spot before we start this wonderful episode, this finale. And I thought I'd get as close to as many fantastic explosions as I can. So look at all of the explosions that we get to play with today. Not only is Donut Mountain officially going to become a donut. Let's take a dive, shall we? Take a dive. Deep dive. Dive, 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 dive. Oh my goodness. Look at all of the dynamite. This legit took 4 hours to do. I've been working on getting all of this going for the past 4 hours. It's just dynamite placement and path tearing out and dynamite placement, and that's all I've been doing. And, micromanaging some of the development over here, and then micromanaging some of the development over here. Getting all the explosives laid, get everything ready and, ready for us to make this into the wonderful land that it is. I did make some changes over here beyond what you guys saw last time. So I threw in an additional forester. Got some more oak. There are no orcs here. Got some more oak in here. And then I put in a couple farmers here, farming houses. Got some bots doing some bot things, producing food for the rest of the colony. Got this over here. I started this whole travesty of a power farm. This is working. This is all feeding into the system over here. So I'll have so much power. By that I mean the beavers will have so much power to play with. It's looking glorious. Still at a bad tide. Looks like I need to let some more water in. Oh no. Am I out of water back here? I'm not. Okay, so that's good. We're on pause. But I haven't touched this yet. The only thing I've done is prep the battle space, if you will. One thing I forgot to put down was oh no, I did put one down. Okay, so we have dirt storage over here. We've been producing dirt. We've been getting dirt the entire time. The only thing that's really been using dirt is this wall here. And I did start the production of the bad water system to, when it's in a drought or anything like that, we can just pump the bad water back into the reservoir. I'm going to put in a couple mechanical fluid pumps on this side, so we could just cycle the fluid or the bad water. I'm thinking into here, and so it can just start that cycle. So we'll get at least 4 revolutions out of it before it hits back. So it's going to come here, go this way, that way, this way, and I think that's where it spills off into this catch, and it'll cycle back into here. Have 16 mechanical fluid pumps right here just to catch it all and push it back into here. That may be too much. I may only need, because this is supposed to be during the during a drought, right? Or during the temperate cycle, that this is just cycling all the bad water. So that 16 may be too much, honestly. I may only need 4 or 8. I don't know. We might have to play with that. But I promised you guys explosions. I didn't deliver last time. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna get out of this mode and we're gonna start clicking some buttons. We're gonna get ready for so many explosions. So we're gonna explode all of this. We're gonna explode all of that. We're gonna blow this up. It's gonna be a massive, massive explosion of pure joy and happiness, and I am super excited to share this with each and every one of you. Ella, if we can get some fantastical, like, Flight of the Valkyrie music going or something in the background. I'm going to close these out real quick, and we're still paused. But I'm going to just start getting these guys ready to go boom. Because, you know, we all love a good explosion, right? Going to have to make sure that everything is set. And, you know, I'm thinking I probably should have done this while I wasn't recording so you guys could come in to a wonderful explosion. But that requires forethought, and we've all seen how good I am at that whole forethought thing. But there's a lot of explosions to come. So I hope that this makes up for you having to sit here and watch me hit the detonate button a billion times and all that. Okay, and then we've got to get down in here. Probably just smarter to do that. That's what smart people do. They do smart things. We get that set. That's set to go boom. This is going to be so much. This is going to be the greatest explosion ever. And I really hope that my computer can keep up with it. We're going to do it at 1x speed. So that should good work for us. Here's hoping. F's in chat if my... Oh, wait. We're not on chat. We're not playing on Twitch, me. F's in the comment section if this all goes to poop and it completely falls apart on me. I could see it just blowing up and, like, at some random point, we're going to have some bot walk into this entire system right here, and it'd be the funniest thing ever. It's sad, but funny. You know, sad but funny. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. I've been itching to hit this explode button for a very long time, so I hope that you guys are willing and able to enjoy this explosion with me. I really hope it doesn't blow up my computer. I really do. This is gonna be great. I think that's all of the explosions there. So let's get back into this mode, and we're gonna get this right here. Ella, cue the music. Just feel the computer. It's just going and churning, and oh, it doesn't know what to do with itself. Oh, I love it. Oh, computer, don't crash. Don't crash. I think it's still running. We're still good. I think we're good. Oh my goodness. Oh, can I turn? Can I turn? Oh, look at it. Look at it go. Oh, I missed a spot. I missed 2 spots. Boo. I missed 3 spots. Double boo. Oh, it was so fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I missed that entire section right there. Oops. Oh, that was so awesome. Oh, explosions. So many explosions. The computer didn't explode, so that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. But look at it. Donut Mountain's officially a donut. Oh, it makes me so happy. So we can get in here. We can clean up the messes that I missed. Get that out of here. And then we can get back to doing, you know, productive things like preparing and getting BeaverTopia built and ready to rock and roll. I'm really excited to share that with you. Look at that. Look at all of this. We have officially controlled the mountain. We own this mountain. We have told it who we are and that we will not be trifled with because we're the greatest Timberborners ever. Wait, am I allowed to say Timberborners? I believe that's an RCE thing. It's fine. It's fine. We're not singing his song, so I don't think he's gonna be too angry with it. It's so annoying that we've got these 3 little nubs right there. Oops. Anyway, that's done. Now we have a super mega uber reservoir of bad water that we could play with forever and ever and ever. And no one can tell us what to do with it anymore ever again because it's ours. And it's great. Okay. So, all that done. Come over here. I've been holding off on getting all of this split off because I want it prepped for a massive invasion, if you will, of builders, timberbots. Because if you look, I have 345 timberbots. Okay, 345 timberbots. I only have 87 BioBeavers, and the entire map actually working right now. I've been slowly watching this tick up. The population well-being, overall well-being, is through the roof. The only thing missing is just some access to a few things, onesie twosies here and there, and of course books. And the only people on the entire map that have a dance hall are these guys. Okay, let's fix the water situation here. That's the last bit of water. Hopefully that'll last us 7 days, 8 days. But we're gonna get that going. We're gonna come over here, check this out. That's looking good. Nothing, no problems over here. 4 bots unemployed. I feel like I could start maneuvering some of these builder bots elsewhere, except for I want them to come in here and finish cleaning this up. Actually, we'll hit that button. We'll get things level in here. Just what I wanted to do. Button. I think I have some explosives down in here that I need to clear out. Do all this out of the way. I promised we'll get to the BeaverTopia. Okay, it'll happen. It'll happen one of these days. By that, I mean it's gonna happen today. We're going to make that transition here. As soon as I can prep these guys for some... I want them to be working on this in the background so that we can come over here and just explode it without having to micromanage too much as I'm building in even more path for me to come back over here and destroy. But that's fine. Yeah, I've gotten pretty good at measuring this out. Not necessarily by eye, but, you know, getting it to where you guys can do everything without me having to click, remeasure, and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Happy about that. I know it's a ridiculous and unnecessary skill, but hey, you know, to each their own. We can be excited and happy about random things like that. Okay. I'm not excited about that. Sorry about you. One of these days, though, you could be as cool as I am and be able to eyeball that so that you can know how far your beavers can go before they need more pathing. That's looking really nice. Oh, I did forget to say I finished this a lot of the wall here. So the only thing left to do is tear this out, put in some mechanical fluid pumps in here, and do the same thing so that we can have access to water in here. That's not really going to keep this topped off forever, but it will keep it high enough to allow for everything to remain irrigated. Because during the 4 hours that I was working on all of this, I had one massively long drought, like 29 days, and this did completely dry out. So having this tank back here hopefully can mitigate that. I did take the advice of one of our commenters And thank you. I don't recall your name off the top of my head, but I'll throw you an @ in the comment section, or the title, or not the title, the description of the video. I'll throw you an @ Thank you so much for the advice. Throw in these floodgates instead of having just dams here to force water back into this system, which then in turn forces water back into this system, so that when this gets full, it's not just spilling off the edge of the map, it's filling up this side, so that we can retain even more and more water. So I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty stoked. I'm really happy with how things are turning out. Just to recap on where we're at. Books empty. I got the limbs situation fixed. Okay, and we didn't fix the water situation. So that's probably not good. We're not going to lose any trees. Not too upset by this. That will maintain irrigation. None of our crops are going to die. This should maintain or have enough water to last the 7 days left. Yeah. Yeah. Pardon me. Let's see here. Recap on some additional stuff. So I got the gear situation under control. I got the bot arm manufacturing under control. Go back up, hit, because I threw in an additional bot part factory, so that we can keep up with the demand for our 4 manufacturers here. Got the extract problem under control finally. Being able to transition all of the hauling posts to timber bots, which is what we did at the beginning or at the end of the last episode, to try to help keep up with the demand for all of the bad water and stuff of that nature. Actually helped get us back on track, so that we could get all of the tanks full of bad water, and then we could keep up with the extract demand, which then in turn turns into keeping up with the catalyst demand and biofuel and so on. So that logistics problem has been solved, which I'm happy about. But we've been yammering for the past 17 minutes, and we haven't touched this yet. So here's what we need to do. We need to get in here, and we need to break... actually, I don't want to break that quite yet. I think I want to throw in one more storage here of dirt, just for giggles. Probably go turn on this other... Well, how are we doing? We have almost 10,000 units of dirt. It's probably all stuck up here, honestly. So that's, yeah, 3,600 right there. And then here's probably another 1,600 or 1,800 there. Yeah. It's around. We have dirt everywhere. That's not full, so we're going to turn this back on. That's going to pull from our hauling bots, but that's fine for now. They can get their extract and their dirt. We could start filling this up. Let's get this a priority and this a priority. These building bots haven't been doing much lately. They did help out with all the explosions over here, so that was really helpful. Well, if I could... I helped build air systems over here for them to get into that, so that they could actually help out this district. And then I ran out of dynamite, so it was a slog to get all the appropriate dynamite in. But we're good there. Okay, this is working. We're going to get up to 3 times speed. I don't know how long I've been sitting at 1 time speed. But if you could tell, the performance of the game has actually increased a little bit. A little bit. Like, if I look at this, it's very painful. But if I come over here, it's a little bit better. This over here, since this is done, like, there's a lot less pain on the system or draw on the system to tell it where to continue, or tell the little minions to run around and continue to place things. A random hole. Whatever. Cool. That's in. Now we need to make sure that they get this built. And, Timberbot, come over here and slap it. Just come on over and slap it. There we go. Get some dirt in here. Prioritize. Obtain. And we'll let that get moving on. Now, before we break this off, do need to actually put in a bunch of builders' huts. One. Oh. Yeah. 4. And that should be 5. Easy. That in there. Get that right there. And we'll put our district crossing right there. So that should be mathing in public 24. Yeah. A math in public? Yeah, 24 builders that we can get over here and we can get all this started. So what we're going to have to do is build down here, and I want to start from this end so that hopefully they don't get stuck. And that will mean putting in a bunch of platforms on this end, and we can get that started. And then we'll get some platforms and some stairs down into here so they can tear this out. We can fill this hole in, and then we can start doing it. We can start doing the things. I'm loving it. Love it a lot. Got dirt coming in, so that's good. That all went in. You guys, let's just pause you guys for now, because I don't. Go elsewhere. Go do better beavery things. Go stare at something. So that's getting in there. That's getting done. That's built. We have food. Or not food, but we have punch cards. We have extract and catalyst. We don't have any punch cards, but I tried. While they're working on this, maybe we can get on the other side and put in couple more printing presses, since we have the lumber situation solved. We've got the paper situation solved. We just need more. We need more punch cards, and we need more books, because that's gonna be probably what's gonna hold us up getting to the max well-being. We're gonna get that in there. Connect this right there, like so. Probably put that on like that. This. Click the button, please. Thank you. All right, cool. That's separated. Now we need to migrate some population over here as this gets built, which they should just come over here and slap it real quick, and then we'll be done. Hopefully. Healer. All right. You need to unpause all this though, so they can immediately slide right into that position. I did forget to set up some storage for planks and logs, because we're going to need that in order to get things rolling as far as the platforms are concerned here. Okay, cool. Get this here. Go. Now, quick. Quick. And while they're working on that, I can start planning out how this is gonna come over here. I want this way. Yeah, the game is still not performing at peak capacity or peak abilities, but it's anticipated. We have a very large amount of stuff planned out and causing pain. Now I believe that's 4 high. That's gonna go there, there, 8, and up to that spot, and then we can throw our stairs in right here. And I think what we're going to have to do, probably the same pretty much all around. Why is it? Should show the connection, right? If we have the stairs in. I don't know. Okay. You selected wood. You selected planks. Okay, unpause you, migrate population, change you to Timberbots, max you out. Are going to District 9. Just like that. Oh, yeah, it helps if I actually trans guys in bots as opposed to just BioBeavers. There we go. They're in there. They should be... Oh, I forgot. I need dollars in here. So we need additional. Okay, so we'll call that 28. Bada bing, bada boom. And with that, the transition of all of those bots over to that side for building purposes, we're going to pause these guys because they're not doing anything anymore over here as far as mega build projects are concerned. We're not building anything inside. So go ahead and get that cleared up and they can get back to hauling all the things for us, and actually come over here and put this side as Timberbots, plus that up by 1, give them something or some stuff for themselves. That is biofuel, and that is catalyst. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. But they are moving. They are moving and grooving. Look at that go. So, what I need to do, what I want to do while we're staring at this is how I'm thinking we're going to do it. The large warehouses, quick please. We're going to have a bunch of warehouses in here. I don't know if I want to do, I think I want to do large warehouses. Yes, let's do large warehouses. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna have that on both sides of the district here, right? So that's one of each kind of food, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't care for berries over here. So it's gonna be 16 large warehouses. Are we going to be able to fit that over? 3, 4. Barely. Barely going to be able to fit that over here. But, no, not underground pile. There we go. That in like this. We'll do the same over here. Now, if you're here for symmetry, I'm sorry. Sorry about you, but we're not playing the symmetry game. We are going to make this just an underground storage facility, and then we're gonna fill in around here, fill this in with dirt, and everything's gonna sit on top of this, right? And then so housing will go on top of this. We'll have stairs down on both sides into there, so it'll look a little something like this. That, and we'll have stairs on, yep, that. There's like this, and that's when we'll do an additional add Johnny like that, and here, and we'll do more stairs up, that like this, and that'll put us on level, and then our we can continue to fill in around that, right? So all of that food is, come on, game. Appropriately hidden. Does that make sense? Is that cool? Does that look nice? I think that'll look good. We'll just have to make sure that we have appropriate pathing down into that infrastructure down there. But I'm not too concerned about it. See, this is why we're planning ahead, you know. It's gonna take them a second to get over here. Fill all this in. I do need to prep them for more word. I know how to word. areas to ingress into this so that they can work a little bit faster, which would be great. That. And here we go. On this side, just fill that in like so. That'll be good. And that will be nice and full. They are up here now. So that's good. They are moving hecka fast. My goodness. Jeez, I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with this. I'm not upset by it. Don't get me wrong. This is hell of exciting, pardon my French. Like I'm very happy with how fast this is going to come along, hopefully. I am going to need to bring this up one more level. We're going to need more stairs up to here, and then probably smart person probably would have just put this one lower. But I did want more real estate. I was looking at it, and it just didn't feel like we had enough real estate, you know? So we're gonna do it. Free real estate. We might as well take advantage of it. Like that. That's gonna work me. I'm gonna cover that up like that. There we go. That can't be seen. You can't see our food. We're hiding it. Gotta hide our food from whatever is out there that would eat our beavers. You know? You don't want anybody to do that. That's good. That's good. Trying to stop them from getting a little far ahead of themselves here. That and like that. Are gonna need to pass some power over here. I'm now realizing that's fine. Something I think I've got a better handle on as far as power pathing. So hopefully that shouldn't do much of a pain. That filled in. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And I want this locked off. So, oh, don't put that there. Thank you. Point for 1.1 days left of the bad tide, and we'll transition over to taking care of tempered cycles. Pour up more water. I bet you this is pretty empty. Yeah, it's pretty empty. But we still have 21,000 units of water. This held up as long as I thought it would, so that's good. So that's awesome. I am going to need to tell them to build this in faster. Otherwise, they're not going to do that. Then probably do something right here as well. Double, single, regular triple. Nope, not there. Come on, Goober. I know how to place things. And of course, I'm going to have to do another little wrap around here. Oops. It's fine. It's okay. No worries, guys. Is that the right height? That is. Okay, cool. We'll path into that one, like so. And throw the path on top there. And give that a priority push. So we can get this up and running. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's up there. That's done. Fill in this center area here. And then we can start planning out all of our placement of our fun things for them to do. Oh, I did forget to put a place for books, huh? Not good. Have to put that in there. Well, so we'll have to tear out this side. Probably. That might be this first. Yes? Maybe? No? Yeah. Same for the other side, too. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I say that as I feel like I'm... Okay, cool. This or unicolor problem here is causing a problem for me. Hey, let's go ahead and cycle over here. Check out how this is doing. That's clearing out. This takes forever to clear out, by the way. I've been finding that out. Why are you guys just now starting this? Oh, you've been putting this in. You probably didn't have any extract or something. Or explosives. Probably the explosives. No, we're doing good on explosives. That's fine. It's just a little bad water. Nothing to be concerned about. That's still bad water. That is still bad water. Hold off on that over till now. That's already down. That shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I forgot to mention. I did put this in. So the donut in the donut mountain here can actually provide, you know, water to the rest of the mountain. I'm gonna try to fill this in. Obviously, we haven't tried to fill in Donut Mountain because, well, we haven't been able to do that. I'm seeing a fault in the plan here. I'm gonna need some step downs, some proper step downs. Otherwise, this is just gonna be a massive lake and not really have anywhere to go. Yep. Okay, stop going that way, please, and fill up backside. That would be great. There we go. All right, that's going. Let's check out how we're doing over here. They got those built, so this is going in nicely. And we're probably gonna get stuck at some point. I'd like to avoid that, but you need to clear this out. This is gonna take a second. Okay, maybe not that big of a pain in the butt, but there we go. That out of the way, put this storage in here. Like so. That cleared out, yes. This path right here. Please and thank you. And then stairs on the stairs, please. There we go. That's in there. That's nice and good. Don't know if I need to. I probably shouldn't need to, so I'll just let that be like that. And then we'll put in double platforms on top so that we can build on top of all that and do the same on this side. Come on, game. There we go. Okay, cool. How are we doing dirt-wise? That's empty and that's empty. So you guys need more dirt. I forgot to manage the distribution here appropriately. You guys just always need dirt. Bring it in. Constantly bring it in. That's the only thing you need. So I'm going to hit this button. We're going to hit dirt always, biofuel always, punch cards always, and I'm going to need catalyst always. Only thing these guys should need, ever. Just keep bringing it in. Bring her in. Where can I save on some more bots? Let's see here. I don't want to dip into that manufacturing process. Where can I save some bots? Hauling? I just got 5 more. Somehow. I think that's part of the death wave cycle. We're gonna plus that up so they can bring in some dirt. That's what we need. That's gonna hold us back over here. And yeah. Make sure we have everything filled on that side. Probably a good idea to put some another one in here. Not sure We're going to have to start pathing and get more stairs up here. Fill that in. All right. So just check on the water real quick. Oh, I'm sorry if I just gave you guys a little bit too much of whiplash there. Okay, that's moving. This is going really slowly because we're filling this in. How is that coming along? Donut Mountain requires a lot of water to fill it in. Yeah, that's a lot of water. But it's more than we had before. So that's all stored up here now. How much is that? Take a look. Come on. Come on. I think that's about half a tile. Half a tile in a couple days. That's so much water stored there. And hopefully it doesn't all just evaporate. That should go over the edge soon. I hope I'm not water up here. I'm holding water up here. Oh, the water is just filling this in up here. It hasn't even filled this up in 3 days. So that's something interesting. That's finally about to come over the top. And here at the end of the 3rd day, moving into the 4th, we're probably going to get the notification here that we are entering into another drought. All right, let that happen. Keep an eye on it. Need more dirt. How much dirt do we have still? 7.9K. This is moving along nicely. Oh, and another bad tide. I don't like that idea. Can we not have a bad tide, please? That would be great. That would be really nice. Fill this backside up. Or I could just fill in the donut. You know what? Let's test it. We're going to fill in the donut. We're going to fill in the donut because that's why we built it, right? We built the donut to be a donut for the beavers, right? Now it's only going to fill up to that height because this isn't low enough for us to control any of that. But that's still too deep. So, all right, cool. Gotta move on back over here. Then on our dirt situation. Non-existent. Is dirt sitting here? Do I need haulers on this side to move the dirt out? I feel like the answer is yes. Yes, I do. Okay. That button. This button. No, that button. There we go. That button. We're gonna priority on that one. Hit that priority. Drop that. That many. That many. Quest. 2 more bots. Go over here and do that for us. Okay, that's filling in. That's filling in. Got 2.2 days left. How's our reservoir down here looking? Not the best. How's this looking? Finally overflowed. Flowing. It's overflowing. So that's good. Okay, cool. Oh, look at that huge lake. I feel like I'm playing 1,000 Islands just looking at that. It's the sheer amount of water available right there. It's fantabulous. Still not anything in. Prioritize that by haulers. Prioritize that by haulers. Manage distribution. We already messed with it. Right? Turn that on just in case, and that on just in case. Just in case. Okay. You guys. Where are you guys? You better not be sat on your bum. You are. You're sat on your bum. Doing nothing. I need... Could just break this path again and then put them, or have them fill that in really fast. That might be the best option. So here, guys, I'm gonna put a cut in. We're gonna let this logistics problem get solved. I'll bring you guys back as soon as I get that situated, so we're not sitting here staring at this for the next 45 minutes. So you guys can enjoy the episode and enjoy the finale with me. I'll be right back. I take it back. We're not going to do a cut. We're going to do a speed up. Haha, joke's on you. Ella, cue the speed up montage. Question mark. You know how to do that. Hey, friendos, it's Future Shadow here, doing a walkthrough of the speed up montage, courtesy of Ella, doing fantastic things. It's one of the greatest busty beavers out there. His wonderful editor. So, I wanted to walk through this with you guys from start to finish. It did take 6 hours, and you'll see that at the end. My tired, defeated self after staring at this game for a total of 10 hours throughout the day, just trying to get this entire build complete. I probably bit off more than I could chew. I probably shouldn't have tried to build this up as high as I did, or try to do such a crazy build with as little of the material on hand that I did, and without having all of the logistics support finalized, established for this entire build. You'll see that logistics becomes a very large problem. With that aside, I'm going to walk through how things went, how the build went, some of my thought process on some of the things, and some of the things I messed up as as the build was going. I liked this whole inset idea to put all the foodstuffs down below to get it out of the way, so it's not taking up real estate that I wanted to actually put in all of the things, the monuments, the decorations, all of the fun things, so that they could enjoy themselves a bit. Here you'll see me throw in the decoration, the 1x1 roof tile. I like that idea because I like the use of that, because it allows you to put the stuff on the roof, like the rooftop terraces and so on. And here is just going back and forth, just randomly placing all of these, all of the decorations, just to apply that additional bonus. I probably didn't evenly space it out enough to give everybody the bonus, but there towards the end, looking through the metrics to their well-being for the entire colony, I was pretty happy with how well that turned out. And all this is happening, the beavers are catching up with me. And of course, I wanted to throw in our wonderful agoras there in the back, and then I realized, oh, I didn't want to go that high. There's a lot of putting stuff in, tearing it out, this entire build, because one, the beavers got ahead of me there. I didn't anticipate them catching up with me so fast. And then realizing, oh, I need to actually put in stuff like, oh, I need to put in stuff like the carousel. I didn't plan for some of the things as well as I should have. And you'll see that through the time lapse here. Let's see. Where are we at right? And like I mentioned already, beavers caught up with me at times. Interesting. And then the beavers there towards the end were absolutely, shall we say, stopped due to my terrible planning, if you will. The logistics side, we'll get to that here. I thought I was doing pretty good here. You know, I've got pathing structure put out. I've got all of the good or the big things established. Got a decent way for everybody to get into their houses. I've got enough real estate to work with for everything. At this point, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, this is going to be the greatest build I've ever done. And as time progressed, it was like, oh my goodness. Here in a little bit, I will make first of many mistakes I should not have done, and that was break down the separate districts. So I thought, I'm not getting enough material fast enough, and I realized, or I thought that breaking down the districts would allow for the beavers to get the appropriate material fast enough so that they could accomplish what they needed to accomplish. Here I was attempting to rescue some beavers, not once but twice, because they somehow decided to go and get themselves stuck, so that was entertaining for a little bit. Here's that logistics problem I was talking about. I thought, okay, well, stuff's not coming in fast enough, so maybe I need to toss in some additional district crossings to help facilitate the movement of goods. And if I had probably preset a lot of this building, or pre-established a lot of the material that I needed in order to get that accomplished, I probably wouldn't have had to deal with the logistics issue that I did. That's fine. Here we are, still fighting to get those beavers out. Every time I'd build something, they'd crawl up there and place some additional dirt down and just block them in even worse. So I'm fighting the system here. And of course, doing things very sillily. Is that a word? I think that's a word. It's in a dictionary now. I'll put a dictionary thing up there when you get this back. Totally a dictionary definition for silly, right? It's probably a thing. I don't know. So of course, I thought this would be an awesome time lapse, so I'd drop down and give you guys a build view, and then, oh hey, another thing for me to get distracted by. So this entire time I was trying to also get this built, and this whole build here, I wish I had spent more time working on it, because in theory this build would have been really cool. Got all of these water wheels providing so much power, and then just feeding that power in. It's just not necessarily a perpetual motion machine, but close enough for Timberborn, right? That aside, I did actually mess up some of the placement of some of my dirt here. I originally built these platforms, so oops. But it's fine. In the end, all of the water wheels got put in. The power was working on being attached by the end of the 6 hours of playthrough. So I was happy with it. It's not my best perpetual water system, if you will, but it's not my worst. I will say that I'm pretty happy with how it turned out aesthetically, if not in practice. Finally got those guys rescued, so that's cool. By doing what I just did, I'm sure I probably borked something. Probably could have just captured or trapped a couple more of the beavers in there. And of course, maintenance. This game doesn't allow you just to focus on everything. You've got to go and maintain the colony. Cycles come and go. You've got to make sure that there's water everywhere. And of course, I was juggling 3 tasks, or 3 builds, 1 major build all at the same time. So that was all in all, it was a fantastic endeavor. I worked some things here and there, like not giving them the appropriate material that they need, like planks. I didn't realize how much or how many planks I would go through in this build. And you'll see, I think right about here, I've got just over 1.5 thousand planks. And the logistics problem that I'll talk to here towards the end of this playthrough is what completely tanks the build. It would have proceeded so much faster. And it was all because of just one district crossing that essentially slowed this entire project down to a snail's pace. And yeah, I was not happy about that. We'll sit back for a second, and as things pop up, things of interest or note pop in, I'll chime in and share this experience with you. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I had a blast doing this. One, the time lapse. Two, doing all of this was definitely a challenge, and I'm always a glutton for punishment and for a challenge. So here's where I made the wonderful decision to get rid of the district crossings. I thought, okay, district crossings aren't working. I need dirt. I need dirt in yesterday. I think I've got a total of 5.8 thousand units of dirt in the entirety of the colony, and it was all stuck on the other side. And I believe this is also where I completely screwed up my movement of floodgates yet again. I think we'll see a flood here in a second. If it's not this iteration, it's the next cycle that comes through. We'll see. That was definitely an oopsie on my behalf. I thought I was past that. I made that mistake once. I don't need to make that mistake again. But it lessons observed versus lessons learned, right? And if you saw there, the logistics being a problem, I threw in, since I wasn't using the BioBeavers for anything, I tossed in a bunch of hauling posts for the BioBeavers, and I believe at some point I actually come back in and I turn on the building posts for the BioBeavers as well. It doesn't really move things any faster. So yeah, that's the cleanup from my oopsie. Donut Mountain actually turned out to be quite the successful endeavor, honestly. The amount of storage up there, even during a min temperate cycle, was phenomenal. I could store essentially four little kits to rehydrate the lower portion of the mountain with no issues whatsoever. I was very happy with how well that turned out. And I was very lucky, if you will, to actually get the number of decent temperate cycles that I did. I was also unlucky in that sometimes I got a lot of very long bad tides. All right, check this stuff out. The first dance hall for Shadowville finally is back in. And you'll see randomly beavers will run up here and start jumping into the dance hall, which is pretty entertaining. And it's even more entertaining watching it happen while the timber bots are working. Like, you'll see all of the timber bots running around, and then you've got a dance hall full of BioBeavers doing nothing because they've only got a 15 hour workday as opposed to the timber bots with their 24/7 workday, right? That was fun. This whole attempt to dig into the center there to clear out those trees took way too long. I'm not sure what the priority listing is or why it didn't work as well as I thought it would. But I prioritized those stairs and the dirt to get to those stairs a number of times, and they never touched it. Like, they kept putting more and more dirt in. It may have something to do with the fact that I didn't actually have planks in this district for a prolonged period of time, but I had already broken the district lines at this point, so I'm not sure why it took so long. Well, in this instance, I know why, because you could see the dirt path to get over to those stairs isn't quite done yet. But this is a sight to see, honestly. I love watching the beavers run around and put all the dirt in fast. I know this is at a cajillion times speed right now, but watching it in real time too, it's absolutely astounding how much you guys can accomplish in such a short amount of time. I say that after sitting and watching it in real time at one time speed, right? Ah, the joys of maintenance. It never stops. It got to the point during this build that I was just waiting or happier when the drought events started or the bad tide events started, because that meant that I could just maintain the build, right? I didn't have to focus on trying and run back and forth and toss the floodgates up or monitor the water situation the entire time. So I kind of was looking forward to them, which is very strange. But when you're doing this massive of a build, you want to maintain eyes on the build, because you can see right here, I've got, I believe it was 6 stranded beavers at this point, 5 stranded beavers here, and it was a fight to get them out. I don't think I officially got a lot of them out. I think they broke down. I tried rescuing them a couple times, but it's at this point that the number of planks had dwindled very fast. Like all of those buildings, all of those large storages ate through the planks like no one's business. Right now it's dropping into the 700s, about to drop into, well, no, it's okay. Yeah, it's dropping precipitously. It was painful to watch because I was staring at it at one point, and it was hovering between 360 and 400. But that's 360 and 400 stuck in other districts that I can't get to because it's being used in another district. And there's the whole district crossing problem. I'm still not 100% sure on. I feel like I need to settle in and probably dig through the Discord. If anybody in the comment section has anything or any words of wisdom, though, that would be great. Appreciated, because fighting the district crossing problem was probably the biggest hurdle. Not necessarily, I'd say biggest hurdle in the build. District crossing and logistics. Now I know from a pathing standpoint, yeah, this build is way over here. They've got material on the opposite side of the map. Probably the smart thing would have been to probably set up the infrastructure to provide the material on this side. So put in a forester, put in a lumber mill, put in a gear workshop, like have a little mini industry over here so that they could do everything in-house, but I didn't. So here's where I realized, oh no, I don't have any power infrastructure for the stuff like the mud bath or the carousel. Like, how am I gonna feed all this power over here? This is where this ugly little build comes in. Thankfully, it turned out better than I thought it would. I don't believe I got any beavers stuck in this build. I think I misplaced like 3 pieces of the entire power line, so I wasn't too upset about that. Here's where I was angry though. I thought they'd gotten rid of all the trees, but there was a tree hidden back there. I was not happy about that. But here we are filling in the pool. This is where the largest statue is going to be, the largest monument. And this took a lot longer than I thought it would, this filling in portion, because there was a lot of dirt readily available, and I'm not sure what exactly all of the beavers running around are doing right now. I'm staring at them. I see beavers actively moving about, but I honestly think at this point they were just haulers, and they were just hauling in all of the foodstuffs from the other from the food manufacturing district over there. I don't think that there were any builders actually moving in at this point, because yep, at this point I'm out of planks. Yes, it says I've got 350 planks, but they're stuck. They're stuck in other districts and I can't access them. So it looks like I've got stuff, but I really don't. Here we are realizing, oh, I need to actually give them water too. And of course, realizing that they can't build underneath the Lidos. That was good to learn. Something I probably should have thought about. Even though it's got a giant hole in the middle, that doesn't mean that they can actually build through the Lido. Here's my attempt at trying to get pumps working again. And back to the main build. Here we go. Checking on power, checking on water situation, getting the mud baths in. Things are looking good at this point. I had paused the building of the housing because I didn't want the bio beavers coming in and multiplying, because that's 300 empty beds right there, and if I had let them roll right into that, it would have completely destroyed the game. The game would have failed because I did not. There's no way I could have kept up with 600 plus bio beavers running around the map at any given point. The infrastructure was not there. Could it have happened? Potentially. If I had put in more storage, more food and water storage, it may have happened. Would it have been painful? Yes, especially since I had a huge proportion of the materials to build all of that stuff going into this build right here. And here I am attempting to get things back up and running appropriately. Because I was trying to get the builds moving again, and I realized at this point that that's not it wasn't happening. It just was not working like I had anticipated, or wanted, or intended. So juggling all of the paths, or all of the timber bots around again. And I found a weird little situation where, pardon me, where the Timberbots, when a district gets destroyed and there are Timberbots associated with it, they'll go to a random district anywhere on the map. Like at one point I had them, I think they ran over to the Highland Farms or something. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it goes to the one with, I don't know. I'm not gonna I don't think I could ever figure out how that all worked. I think they just find the place with most material readily available to them. I'm not entirely sure. Here's where I realized I don't have a way to get up there for the for the bio beavers to actually enjoy their rooftop terraces. And I believe it's at about this point that I realized that I've got 2,000 logs. Or, no, I'm at 2,500 right now. And I think I'm going to realize here in the next 69 seconds or so, there's nothing coming in anymore. Like, logs aren't moving in because they're, again, stuck behind another district crossing. I'll flip over to that district crossing here in a second because I'm going to start searching for the logs. Of course, I'm focused on the build, you know. I've got to get the build accomplished, so I'm doing everything I can to make sure that happens. Where are the logs? There I'm checking what's going on, so I'm messing with the district crossings just to make sure that the haulers aren't hauling in anything unnecessary. Like, maybe that'll help, because if they're not bringing in any of the excess stuff that they don't need here, maybe that'll fix it. So here's where I realized, okay, there are logs stuck over here, but I didn't fix the other half of the problem. I only fixed one side of the problem, which was the outflow, but not the inflow to the district crossing. And I'll eventually fix that, I believe. Or that may have just happened and I could have been just misreading my entire replay through of this game. At this point, I'm trying to put in what I had intended for that entire perpetual system there, to get the pumps to just cycle the bad water in. And like I said before, or like I'll say at the end of this video, maybe I'll do a short and I'll get that out there for you guys to enjoy. Or make fun of me for being very bad about everything that I did in this build. Because then I realized they weren't picking up the metal blocks or the gears, which they needed the gears to build some of the stuff here, so they weren't actually doing anything with that because they have a place to store it. Of course, rookie mistake. Here's another rookie mistake. Terrible placement of my of some of my power lines. That'll come to bite me in the butt here in a little bit. Doing this without a proper plan, I think, is... I thought I had a vision. I had a vision for the entire area to make it nice, clean, easily accessible for all the beavers, but I let my thoughts get ahead of reality, if you will. I'm not entirely sure how I could fix what I did. I'm sure that there are plenty of things that I could have done to fix it. As I mentioned, better logistics, better preparation of the material, and getting everything established before then. And understanding the scale of the project, I think, is one of the biggest things that I failed at. Understanding how insanely big this project was. I feel like I played the Icarus card. I flew a little bit too close to the sun with this attempt, if that makes sense. Just when I realized I don't have this power going anywhere. It's sitting here, and it's spooling up during all the bad tides, and hopefully for future iterations it'll provide power during droughts. But I don't have it going anywhere. And another thing I'll figure out is I didn't have the logistics to actually build all of that on that side. So that was quite the entertaining thing to try to, or find out the hard way, if you will. Like, I don't have gears over here. Where are my gears? Where are all my planks? Where is everything? Here's where I figure out that I don't have the amount of bodies needed in order to move the logs. So I came over here, I plussed up the amount of beavers on the other side, because I had an entire storage of 1,600 logs just sitting there. And I had 2 bots sitting on their butts, not doing anything, with fully grown oak trees sitting right next to them, not cutting them down because all of the log storage was full. So putting in additional beavers to go over there and move the logs out of the storage to the district crossing, that solved it. You'll see the number of logs that had been hovering around 2,000 at this point, and all of that was stuck on the wrong side of a district crossing, slowing down the production and movement of planks and everything like that substantially. Here's where the plank situation finally gets a little bit better. You can see the movement into the positive. It's fluctuating a good bit because they're actively picking it up and running with it and putting it into these huge projects. That huge monument right there takes like 400 planks, and then the Brazier monument takes an additional 400 planks, and I built 2 of those, so that's 800 planks right there. And of course, all of the platforms for them to do all that. That was quite the mistake. I should have probably been a bit more smart about my pardon me, about the production of all the build materials, or at least the movement therein, because I had the ability, didn't have the base material. And that's logistics. That's all part of the production, right? Logistics. The logistics chain will crumple any build, right? And here I am messing with this darn build over here unnecessarily again. I really should have given up on that. But I was dead set on it, darn it. I was going to get it to work, one way or another. Fixing or undoing one of my problems there, and here we are, getting towards the end of the time lapse. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of chaos with me. I've enjoyed walking through it with you. At this point, I'm moving bodies over to BeaverTopia, or at least getting ready to send bodies over to BeaverTopia. Figuring out the appropriate jobs that need 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 beavers, I totally threw that out the window. I had put in another bot assembler. The beaver or the Timberbot production has skyrocketed basically. We got to the point where I didn't need as many Timberbots or as many positions as I thought I did. So that was actually pretty cool. Here we are transitioning away from the amount of builders, timber bots, putting over the required bots for this side of the colony so that BeaverTopia has the manual labor taken care of by the timber bots. And of course, trying to rescue as many materials as we can. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. At this point, I was pretty excited.
6 hours later.
My gosh. BeaverTopia is complete. Six hours of grinding out the remainders of the finale for this episode. We have 300 beavers in this little area, enjoying their life to the full, doing whatever it is that they need to enjoy their time. Day in, day out, their needs are met entirely by the bots. I'd say that's a win. Minus that little guy. It's okay. Got an average across the entire map of 51, capped out at 54. If I were to pull in the other guys at Oak Valley, bring that up to probably closer to 6. Not entirely sure what they're all doing over here in Oak Valley. But let's see. Got some people working in the district crossing. Callers, lumberjack. See if we can flip out over. Drop the. We might need to move over some of the bots over to the side. We'll have two over here working. Let's see. One of the forester. It. Another one on the. There we go. Should be able to send all of this migration to migrate all these guys over to BeaverTopia. Oh. Then change the valley to 0. Change this to 30. Valley. Bada bing, bada boom. Be a other than the they grow up, they'll turn into adults and start propagating again. And I don't know if we have the ability to keep up with over 600, 700 beavers, but I'd say it's a win. I'd say we've, other than that mess over there, I don't know how to clean up quite yet. I'd say it's a win. I'll probably mess with that in my spare time and show you guys in a short or something how that turns out in the end. But I'm happy with this. I'm happy to call this season an absolute win on housing. I'm sure pretty easily. I'm stoked. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that this was probably a much longer than normal video here. I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoy the series. If you made it this far, thank you so much for being awesome. Remember, hydrated, Make sure that you yourself are hydrated. Yourself happy, healthy, and fantastic. And I'll catch you all on the next episode of Timberborn Z. I'm out. See ya.
How do beavers keep their fur looking fabulous? They use damp poo and conditioner.